Well, hello, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're with us today. We're talking about rope breaking our horses, getting our horses to where they have no fear of things around their legs or a rope being thrown around them in any way, shape, or form. That's coming up right here on Discovering the Horseman Within.
Now the sun is rising slowly on the mountain you must climb, and the trail that takes you closer to the source. And you dream about the moment when you leave it all behind and climb up on that one true horse. That one true horse, the perfect partner built to ride. One true horse, a bond that cannot be denied. You would search forever just to have the chance take a ride on one true horse. Gonna take a ride on one true horse.
First thing let's talk about is equipment. When I get ready to work a horse, there's some things that I think are important. In every scenario and situation, anything I'm teaching him, I want to have the proper equipment. In this exercise, I want to be in a 50 or 60 foot round pen. Just a pen big enough where the horse can get away from me a little bit. He's not trapped by what I'm doing, and I can move him until he makes a decision to want to do what's right, okay? If you look at Montana, he's standing here just as kind and gentle as can be, and he likes to be here. This is a 4-year-old horse that we've brought along that I'm really, really happy with where he's at in his training, and it's time to start getting him ready to rope on. I don't rope on my horses too young. I like to get their bone structure kind of solid. So he's ready now to start us roping on him a little bit. So I've got a 60 foot or a 50 foot round pen rather. I've got a 50 to a 60 foot rope. The length is your choice. You can use a 30-foot rope. I use 50 to 60-foot ropes because it gives me the ability to stand on one side of the round pen and work on the other. That's it. That's the only reason. It gives me lots of rope to work with my horse. I'm gonna have a breast collar on my saddle because I don't want to accidentally pull my saddle out of place. You shouldn't, but just in case your cinch gets loose and you're not paying attention, I like a breast collar. This horse is gonna pull into that breast collar when he's dragging something once I've roped it, so he might as well get used to it. Another thing, we're working around inside a panel round pen. It's a real good place for a horse to get up against the panels and knock his legs. I put my professional choice sports medicine boots on all the way around because I don't want to damage my horse's legs. You've got to remember, his legs are your responsibility, and everything you do, you've got to care for him the best you possibly can. So that's about all the equipment that I need. I've wrapped my horn in rubber. You don't have to. That's your personal choice. But that's the equipment I need. Now what I need to do is determine what am I going to do. I'm going to send this horse out away from me a little bit, and then I'm going to build a loop, and I'm just going to ignore him and start swinging it. And I'm going to do that until he sort of settles down. Then I'm going to turn and face him and do the same thing. Go on. That's all the more interested in him I am. I don't care at this point what he's doing. Just build the loop I want. I'm going to stand here and just swing it and make sure he doesn't care. Right there, when he starts to running from it, I'm just going to use my body to kind of block him and just kind of encourage him to stand still. I'm going to more or less ignore him. And when he kind of figures out that it's all right to just relax and stop his feet, I'm looking at him out of the corner of my eye, I'll stop my rope, okay? What I want to do is get him accustomed to the sound and the action of the rope. This horse has not been roped off of, doesn't know what it means, isn't excited about it. So take the time to build it. Now I use a pretty big loop during this portion of the exercise because it makes more sound. Okay, maybe it's bigger than what I'd actually rope with. Now what I'm going to do is come over here and focus on my horse a little more. And what I want to do is get this horse to where he'll actually look at the rope and make the rope go away. I want him to learn, right there, as soon as he looks at that rope, I'm going to release it. I want my horse to learn that it's okay to keep your feet still while the rope is moving. You see lots of rope horses get hot and jiggy. I don't want that. I want my horse to stand still. When his feet stop moving and he looks at me, the rope will go away. Okay, right now, Now he looked at me there. I'd like him to just slow down just a little bit. See, he's just a little bit nervous. I'm gonna step in and add a little bit of pressure and ask him to look at me. Just use my body to kind of block him. As soon as that eye comes to me, I want to let go of that rope. Let him have that release. Let him realize it's okay. Nothing's going to hurt him. You're going to build his courage this way. If every time this horse tries something new, you release him, this horse will get to where he tries so hard you can't even imagine it. Right there, he's thinking about it. I'm gonna step in and build a little pressure to him. Good boy. Now, when he chooses to leave like that, I'm gonna block him with my body. I don't want him to get away completely, but I also don't want him to feel trapped. It's kind of up to him. Stop his feet. Again, as soon as he looks, just release that pressure. It's the same thing with crossing water. We've talked about that. If he wants to come up to me right here with this rope in my hand, that's great. That's that round pen training coming back. That's all the groundwork we've done coming back and paying off. That's him saying, all right, Ken, I know the best place in the world is right here with you. So if he's going to come in here and do that, I'm going to kind of make my loop a little smaller, and I'm going to play with it in front of me a little bit and take the focus off of him, because he's moved into my space. He's kind of accepted things a little bit. So, just gonna stand here and play with this rope right here. And stop. You see his head kind of going like that? Okay, that's him saying, I'd like to leave, I'd like to leave. So I wanna stop and say, hey, good job. Good job. What did I tell you? If you reward this horse when he tries, he's gonna start trying harder and harder. What are we into this, 5 minutes, 6 minutes? And all of a sudden this horse is saying, oh, hey, I can tolerate that rope. Now I'll just kind of throw it, not at him. Just let him see it go out there. That's what's gonna happen. Now, you're going, well, Ken, I'm never gonna rope anything in my life. That's okay. You don't have to be a roper for this to be good work for your horse. Things are gonna fly past your horse's head. They're gonna make funny sounds. This is just a tool you can use to teach him to tolerate fear and to control his own emotions. You guys know I don't like the word desensitize. You know that to me, desensitization is almost a criminal act, because the last thing I want to do is desensitize my horse. I need him to be sensitive. I want him to be responsive. What I want to do is teach him to control his emotions and control his fear. Turn around and face him a little bit. Start swinging that rope up over top of his ears. Throw it a little more towards him. Good boy. Good boy. You can see him, he's trying really hard. He's working at controlling his emotions. He's working at making sure that he's all right. Now what I'm gonna do, he's good with the sound. Now we're gonna start working on getting him to where he's okay with the touch and the feel of the rope. We'll go ahead and just play with this one more time here. Good. You see him thinking about leaving? Quit. Build his courage. Don't demoralize him. And you can. And if you demoralize him, he'll get back. He'll come over it. It's not the end of the world. But if he runs off, that's what's happened. He's gotten to where he's more than he can take and he's run off. So just build his courage. Good boy. That's what you want to see. You want to see this horse trying and coming up beside you. Good boy. Okay, once I've got my horse to where he accepts the sound of the rope, I'm gonna come back and work on him feeling the rope. You see that nose kind of jump back away from it? This horse has got just a little bit of fear from this rope. So I wanna go back and just kind of take that away. You see my hand over here on the right side of his jaw? All that's doing is just comforting him. It's not holding him to me. Let him hear that rope. These are the same things I do when they're colts, when they're babies, and we're just sacking them out and breaking them to ride. This is the stuff I do on my 2-year-olds. But you need to come back. You probably haven't done it since they were 2-year-olds. So you need to come back and do it again and just kind of remind them that, hey, this is all okay. Now when he leaves, I'm gonna push on him a little bit. Bring him right back over here and ask for that again. There we go. Good. Good, just draw him to me a little bit and get him thinking positive. Get him thinking about being with me, bringing those emotions to me. There you go. Good. Let him hear that sound. Let him feel that rope all over, down around those legs, under his belly. I know you ropers are going, what's your rope doing down there anyways? Well, some of us just aren't that good at ropers, and our ropes end up places they shouldn't be. More realistically, lots of times you end up in blackberry vines or bushes or whatever that are scratching down around their legs, and you might as well get him over that stuff right now. Okay, I'm gonna take that rope and hook it up on my saddle horn. And then I'm just gonna take this and start fooling with it. I don't wanna chase him away. Instead, what I wanna do is teach him that it's all right to stay. And just one more thing that we can do. Now, if he leaves, which he's likely to, I also am not gonna get upset over it. Instead, I'll use that as an opportunity to just continue working my horse. And I'll let him use the whole round pen where I've been kind of controlling him in corners and sides. Once the rope is attached, I'll let him use the whole round pen. And just let him see that rope. What you're doing here by playing jump rope, that rope is springy and it's gonna touch him and be gone before he has time to get bothered. Okay, so when this no longer bothers him, there we go. I like to just kind of take this rope and wrap it right up around his neck. Just like that. Just kind of fool with him. And that's what you should be getting from your horse. If you've done your work on the ground, this is the response you should be getting. Shouldn't matter where the rope hits him, okay? Should be able to just unwind that. Good, then I'm gonna turn him around, push him off, and let him get tangled up in that rope a little bit. Let him step over it. There we go. Feel that right there. I'm gonna turn him back the other way. Let him feel that right there. Then I like to take this, run it up over top of that saddle, get it up around his hindquarters. Push him back. And just keep, this is where again that 50 or 60 foot rope is so handy to just kind of wrap him up in that rope and let him feel that pressure from everywhere. And you'll just see me, I'll just keep playing with that rope right there. Good, just let him feel that whole thing until right there. When he'll stop and accept that, then I want to see if I can get him to stop while I throw that rope around. There we go. If he'll just stand there while I fool with that rope, then I know he's learning to control his emotions right here. Let's pull on that outside leg. Good. See if we can get him to, good, right there. Give to that leg. There we go. There we go. See if we can lead him forward. There. Give to that leg. I like to do this with my horses this way. If they ever get tangled up in something, they learn to give to the pressure and just wait on me. Get it down there. Pull on that. Good, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and go up here. Hello. Take my rope off the saddle horn. And just start working on leading him off his front legs, okay? Again, this is another exercise I do with every 2-year-old I ride. Just wrap it around those front legs, right there. Come back here, pull, switch sides, pull, switch sides, pull, switch sides, pull. Now get this horse broke the lead off those front feet. Then I want you to change hands and tie his feet together, just like that. I want this horse to know when he gets tangled in something, it's all right to stop and give to the pressure. That's what I'm looking for, that response right there. And again, if you did your job as a 2-year-old, then all that groundwork is there and you're just reviewing it. Once I've got my horse this accustomed to the rope on the ground, I'm ready to get up on his back and work from there. Once I'm on my horse, I don't want to do anything different than I already did. Just take my rope, rub it on him, let him know what's up here, let him feel it. I like to use a snaffle bit, and I like to try to stay out of his mouth as much as I can. Then I'll just take my loop here, build it not too big. I want to be able to control it. I don't want to accidentally hit my horse. And then I'm going to start over here on the side and just one gentle swing. What am I doing? I'm building his confidence. One gentle swing. I hear him deep breathing and looking around. One gentle swing. Get 2 or 3. Let that rope come back and let him feel it. He's already got accustomed to the feeling. It's okay if it comes back and slaps him a little bit. He's learned that he can stand still and feel the pressure of that rope. Okay? Right here, oh, I can feel him just kind of quivering and his head comes up a little bit. Hey, good job. Keep telling him what he's doing. Build the horse. Don't take him to the point of breaking. Don't take him to the point of being dull and quitting. I'm not trying to take the heart and soul out of my horse. Instead, I want to build his courage. I want a horse that's got try. I want a horse that's with me no matter what I'm doing or where I am. Good. Just take my rope and kind of throw it out here, sidearm. Let it go past his head. Great. And then just let that snake come back at him. You see him kind of look at it? It's like, hey, wait a minute. So let that snake crawl back up to him. Look at that. Good job. Take your time. You've got the rest of your life to work on this horse. This horse right here is just a really great horse. I really like him. For a 4-year-old, he has got an incredible disposition, an incredible mind. He's very, very gentle. And I like that. I like that in a horse. There's nothing in this horse that makes me think he would ever do something bad to hurt anybody. So let's not do something that's going to hurt him. Instead, let's use this as an opportunity to build who he is. Let that rope come back out, and I'm just going to walk him around a little bit and let that rope kind of catch on his hip, just like we did on the ground. Let him just drag that rope around right there. He's kind of seeing that thing out of the corner of his eye. Now I'll go ahead and pull it up and start coiling it. So I'm kind of pulling it uphill against both hips. Just bring him to a stop. There. Get everything you want. If that horse is leaning on that bit, get him to come off of it. Get everything you want. Now I'm going to let him go ahead and walk out around the pen and move his feet a little bit while I fool with this rope. Let him be halfway to movement. You know, in other words, what's this horse going to do if he scares? He's going to panic and run. All right, well, let's get him halfway there. Let's let him walk. There we go. Good. Come back down here. I kind of let him go away from the rope. Don't make him go into the rope right now. It's more awkward for you and it's more awkward for him. So just let him float away from the rope. Let him feel that rope. Let him be moving when it goes out there. Again, do you have to use a loop? No, you can use a lunge line. Do this with a lunge line and just get the horse accustomed to this sound. It's just, and the movement, it's just one more thing to teach him to trust you for the right answer. What does your horse want to do when he's scared? Get the heck out of Dodge, right? He's a fright and flight animal. In other words, I'm scared, so I run, okay? Every now and then I hear somebody say fright and fight. That means I'm scared and I fight. No. If you scare me, you're probably going to get hit. If you scare my horse, he's going to run off. He's a fright and flight animal. So don't drive him to the point of flight. Instead, build his courage and teach him that actually he can make the fearful objects go away by keeping his feet locked in one spot. Then, build on it. Just let him trot around here. Ooh. Get that face. Practice that a few days, and then you're ready to take him and lope circles with him, get an obstacle and start dragging it. I like to use a tire, or what I really like to use is an old tire with the rim in it so it won't collect sand. The tire's round, it won't hook on anything. You know, don't go get a tractor tire and rim. Get something light that's going to teach him to be able to pull and add courage to him and courage to what he's doing. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, may God bless the trails you ride.
For more information about Ken McNabb Clinics, appearances, and products, visit kenmcnabb.com.
One true horse, the perfect partner built to ride. One true horse, a bond that cannot be denied. You would search forever just to have the chance to take a ride on one true horse. Gonna take a ride on one true horse.